How's it, guys? So today I brought you a special guest. I thought I'm gonna bring you Beuran, fresh from India. I just wanted to ask you, first of all, you've come back now. What was the series like for you? You played in the last T20I and you did exceptionally well. I mean, you were, from my perspective and a lot of other people that I spoke to, they said that you turned the game in the Proteas' favor. You gave them that edge. Do you feel that that was the case?
Yeah, I did feel it was the case. We didn't start well enough. We didn't put a lot of pressure up front, and with me coming on as a first change, I felt I needed to do that. I felt, we needed to apply some pressure after the start that India got. So, yeah, that was just my only thoughts.
And with regards to the conditions, obviously everybody speaks about subcontinent conditions and how difficult it is. What makes it so tough, would you say, to the average person out there that doesn't really know much about conditions? What makes it so tough?
Uh, there's no assistance. I mean, as a bowler, it's basically a graveyard. There's no assistance for bowlers, so you really got to use um, all your intellect, every smart cell in your body to try and be on top of those world-class batters. And I think us as a bowling unit, we tapped into our analyst persona, which was quite good because he brings us plans from a different perspective, and we utilized those plans, and it worked out quite well for us.
So you're becoming more of a regular now in the T20 side. It's been quite a while since you, obviously, when you debut. Another example would have been like Rasif van der Dussen. We can put you basically in the same bracket like that. Who came much later in to make his Proteas debut. What do you think you could have done differently before to get maybe your debut earlier, or
Yeah.
whatever the case may be?
Yeah, look, it was always going to be hard. With the bowling attacks that South Africa produce over the generations. I had to compete with guys like Dale, Mornay, Vern. It was going to be quite hard to crack that circle. For me, being in and out of the side was quite good because I learned from them. I learned from senior guys in the domestic system. Injuries didn't really go my way as well, which put me out of the game for periods of time. But that was all learning curves for me. It was part of the process, and there was never a moment where I gave up. It was always going to be, a fight till the end. And now that I'm sort of in the side more regularly, it's just about making sure that I take responsibility, moving into a senior role inside and putting in performances for the team.
Because what I've noticed in your performances as well is the type of variations you've added to your game. I mean, you're not just a simple left-arm seamer. You do a lot of other variations. Have you been working on your Yorker lately as well? And so tell me about that. What did you have to do to actually get to the level that you are playing at the moment?
Yeah, it was a lot of hard work. It was just about repetition for me. Being a left-arm seamer does add a little bit more to my skill set. So it was about bringing in new sort of variations into my game. Like you say, the Yorker is something that I worked on for quite a long time. It's something that I back myself at, especially in white ball cricket, at the death. And then just other variations like slow balls, your cutters, your knuckle balls, all sorts of variations that I bring into my game. But it's more about the mindset going into a game, making sure that you assess conditions quicker, making sure that you read the game quite well, and the variations will look after itself for what's needed in the game.
And your time with the IPL, in the IPL, how much has that actually helped you to get to the level that you are?
Actually, quite a lot. Being with Mumbai and them having Jasprit Bumrah and Lasith Malinga was quite, quite experience for me. They are the best in their departments, with Jasprit being, a death bowler and new ball bowler. Lasith Malinga as well, same thing, but he's obviously known for his death bowling skills. So I tapped into them quite a bit and brought those things back home to make sure that I implemented in my game.
And being with them in the changing room, and obviously all these international stars, what did you learn from them, and what type of habits do they have off the field? What do they like off the field?
Yeah, they're actually quite fun off the field. You always see these guys in heated battles on the field, so it was quite a surprise to see how, just calm and very chill they are off the field. very good guys off the field. Spent quite a lot of time with Lassith, tapping into him. So it was a good experience.
So I just want to go give you some, get some insights into you being born in Cape Town, going to Good Hope High School. Are you the first South African sportsman to come out of Good Hope High School?
Yeah, I think I'm the first sportsman to come out of Good Hope High School. I did all my high schooling at Good Hope High. We didn't really have any sports programs. There was a little bit of cricket, but it wasn't really, what you would say serious cricket. It was just your weekday cricket. But spent most of my cricketing career at Bellville Cricket Club as well. That was where I did all my cricket. Went through the ranks over there from under 13 all the way up into under 19, and also spent a bit of time at Cravenby Cricket Club, where I was coached by probably one of my best coaches, Glenn Burgess.
And obviously, you came up in a conversation when I was talking to a couple of friends that actually played indoor cricket, and you were part of quite a competitive indoor cricket team. So, what do you think that differentiated you from the others that had the potential to actually make it in the national cricket? What differentiated you from the rest of them?
It's a hard question to answer. I just think the passion was there for cricket. I always wanted to be a professional cricketer, whether it was indoor cricket or outdoor. The passion was there to play at the highest level, and fortunately I played in the junior ranks at the highest level in indoor cricket, and now at the highest level in outdoor.
What did you enjoy the most about indoor cricket?
Again, just the heated battles. There was never a dull moment in the court. There was always a fight somewhere, and those fights get pretty dangerous as well. So it was just the competitiveness of indoor cricket that caught me.
And lastly, just for the fans, I just wanted to tap in because a lot of professional cricketers start off as fans first. When you were a cricket fan growing up, what stood out to you about cricket as a specific career path? Before it was a career path, a passion, and who are some of the players that you looked up to at the time when you were younger?
I think for me, what stood out was I can't really say. It was just once I started going to Newlands and watching the game, it obviously stuck to me. You saw or you heard about all these superstars with the Cobras and with the national sides. It's really hard to pinpoint what was the actual pinnacle that got me into the sport. Like growing up, I watched a lot of Paul Adams, watched a lot of Charles Langeveld, Graham Smith, Sean Pollock, all the household names in South Africa. They were quite big in international cricket and on the domestic circuit. And going to Newlands and watching them live really got me stuck into the game and making sure that I learned the rules of the game when I was younger. That was the first point, and then the second one was just wanting to play what they're playing.
And off the field, what type of person are you? A lot of people like to maybe go fishing or play golf. Or what are your hobbies off the field? What do you like to do?
Yeah, I'm a licorice all sorts. It's basically what's in front of me at the moment. At the moment, I'm doing a little bit of photography, videography, which has caught my eye. I've got a good passion for art as well. That's what I'm currently doing at the moment. I also have a skill in woodwork, carpentry. That's something I love to do on the side as well. So it's kind of whatever's in front of me at the time that I just hook onto.